Yeah, you know I'm good at sneaking stuff in at night after you're watching the video. This is almost done. I gotta flip it over and weld the other side. Go over these welds, put a little more meat to them. Gussets are just what I cut off of this. Both of them, because that's how the other piece came off. Yeah, gotta put that latch on yet. There's the shot for it. That was the foot that was on one of the legs off the grain bin. There's the other half of the same foot. I wasn't really too worried about cleaning that up. Cows don't give a shit. There's what I did for the gate. And the reason it's slid up right now is because I had to put a clamp from there to there to pull that down as I was putting things together and get things straightened up. So if I don't knock it off the sawhorses, that can come back down. And yeah, I gave it room there. Just because I kind of had to have it out there so I get it in the hole anyway. Oh, and I gotta take these off. There's a plate underneath that I set them on to weld them in. And even though all those legs were created equally, things are not too hot there yet. Off there, but the other corner's perfect. It's the way it is with angle iron sometimes. It's not always true. So anyway, Becky just texted me, said dinner's ready, so actually it's getting cold. So before it gets any colder, I'm gonna go in and have something to eat and take a load off. I'm a little late showing him. I was busy watching DCP Farm and Trucking's video this morning. That's that newest one. His mommy's right there chewing her cud. He got his breakfast while I was watching her video, and then he got in a fight with that middle pole. I don't know if I ever mentioned it or not. I think I have a long time ago. That middle pole, a lot of these came from telephone company. Like, good, tall, skinny. They like those. But that one in the middle right there, I found a date nail in that. I think Dad got that when he got some railroad ties. I think it was along the railroad, old telegraph pole. Date nail was 37. And I don't think it was 1937. Because that's an old cedar post that's in, some of these others are probably 1937. But Grandpa worked for the railroad, so I got a feeling that's probably where that come from. I got the date nail somewhere. I mean, I was cleaning barn, and for some reason I ended up right against the post in the right spot, and I looked over, and I went, what the hell is that? It was a date nail. Anyway, all these ladies are mad at me because I've been watching a video instead of feeding. But I kind of had to pay attention to it because, we sent some stuff out. Brendan won a ball cap. We had the one heavy calf, and him and Richard Wilkins, they pretty well tied for that, so they each got a ball cap. And Richard got his like a week ago, which that's in the States, and Brendan's had to cross the border. And I got a really nice coat that I wore all winter that I won on a contest that Brendan had. So, in appreciation for that, we also sent CP a nice shirt. And they thanked me for them in the video, and they wear them so y'all can see them. So, get a chance, if you're not already there, go subscribe and watch their stuff, or at least go check out today's video. Gonna beat that post up. It's not just about my shirt. I mean, he shows off a new calf, and shows off his pump out in the middle of a low spot in their yard and making a little noise, and made a nice little generator enclosure. and got his generator fixed. So anyway, and I'm kind of wondering, there's a calf laying out there in the middle, right in the middle of the screen. Heads up. I ain't seen a little bugger move yet. Which just could be, just isn't going to get up yet. I don't know. But the 4 calves in here, they've been pretty active this morning. Buffalo and Tahoe both out there. Hope's over here with her head in the feed bucket. Well, it was. I don't know what's left in there other than a little bit of hay. But anyway, that's enough gabbing, because big girl there, she expects me to feed her. Somebody over there with a gargly throat, they expect it. And there's Boomer. I knew she'd be close. Boomer's right there against the feeders. She is expecting it. So I'm going to get on that and then get in the shop before it gets too freaking warm today. And mark your calendar. I've got a sleeveless shirt on today. Why? Because yesterday was just way too damn hot, and if I'm going to do much welding, I'll throw my leathers on if I'm going to be that warm. Yeah, you seen what it looked like laying on the sawhorses the other way. That was a pain in the butt to flip over. I figured it would be too heavy to do by hand, so. And the forks on the skid steer don't quite come beyond center, so, but Tyler just put one hand on the end and set it out there, flopped it over, picked it back up, set it in, and take the grinder and clean a little up here and throw some hot glue on there. I gotta finish tacking that on. Kind of thinking that's enough though. I mean, if they spread this thing so that won't latch, we got bigger issues. But I also got room on those hinges, I can shift it over. When I measured to make this, I didn't have the crossbar in yet, and I didn't realize the one side was still very square, and the other side had pulled when it cooled. And, well, I moved it 1 5/8 inches up here to get it even. So, and actually the measurement at this point and at the bottom are the same, but right about here, it's 1/8 or maybe 3/16 wider, which is, yeah, pretty close to that. But it's sticking through. It can't come. Only trouble we ever had with one of these, the far gate into the feed barn, that corner post that it's mounted on, it's been changed. But the original one, being at the end of the building, the sun would hit it, and we actually had to adjust that gate like 3 times a year, and adjust the hinges so that the pin would come in here far enough. Yeah, we were feeding one day. Becky cut twine, Becky shut the gate, let the cows back in there. Half an hour later, couldn't figure out what the dogs were barking at. Look out, and cows were down here just this side of the end of the machine shed. It's like, what the hell? And I thought she didn't shut the gate. You know, I thought something happened there. Go back there, and I shut it, and it was fine. Well, it was fine. There's a little bit of slop in this. And there, that's got the factory ones, not the ones we made. This is one we made, so it's tighter. When I shut it, that was out, so it caught the nub. Cow bumped it, and that knocked in, and the gate opened. So we learned our lesson there. Anyway, I got to get this stuff done. Well, hopefully I'm showing what I want to show. I just laid it on the forks and slipped the feed in and then stood it up. Chain on there so it can't lift off. It's stock, but any tighter, then there'd probably be issues. So there's one. Then I was looking this morning, and the other panel I'm going to use doesn't have any pipes on it. So I got to put them on it. No big deal. I am going to measure from the ground up on this so I know where to put pipes on the bow gate. And it don't matter, the pin don't have to fit tight, just so there's something in there. Probably drop a 1/2-inch pin with a washer on the end. And the screwed up gate has the pipes on it. And I think the top ones are about the same place that these are, but the bottom ones are clear at the bottom. I want them to make them the same. That way it doesn't matter which side of the bow gate the panels go on. So the other one not having anything at all is kind of to my advantage. I'll just make it match this one. And I thought these were cut off at the bottom, because what I used to make the bow gate, those were actually panels with feet on them before, and they'd been cut off. These were a clean cut on the bottom of the tube, so I didn't have to clean anything up, just put it on. So there it is, in the middle of the yard, at least. The other panel's already sitting back there. This is the one I had to put the pipes on the end of. Hope I got them right. I used 3/8 rebar for the pins. I'm not going to grab a hold of this one because it's way too freaking hot at the moment, but just even the chain's a little warm right there. A 2 1/8 inch long cross piece. Made it roughly 1 inch longer than it needed to be. Chained on, welded in there so we don't lose it. The bow gate is currently, well, it's kind of hard to see it. It's down there against the backstop. It blends in very well. So the other one sit in there nice. I know it isn't where it needs to be quite yet, because when I measured what we needed, I stepped it all off, and I figured it would either take these 2 panels or it would take at least 3 of the WWs, and that was cutting across on an angle, so it's gonna be more of a square corner to it, but that's okay. And hopefully I line it up right that we can, when we move them back there, I plan on backing right up to that bow gate and just open the slider on the trailer and let them ride out. That's my plan. I just got to get it in a position where I can back up to it. And we may have to pull a couple fence posts. They don't need to be there anymore anyway. They're kind of in the way anyway. So I just finished that, and here it is after 3 o'clock. And way too freaking warm. It's about 10 degrees cooler here, even with the doors open, than it is out there. And last I looked, it was like 76 in here. So, yeah. And I was wrong about yesterday. Apparently we made it to like 86. No wonder it felt so shitty. So, anyway, I'll go run this back there, and I didn't do anything for chaining it to the posts. I'm kind of short on chain. I mean, I probably have enough, but you know, I want to make it so it'll go around a bigger post than just that. And then I have to make the hooks to hook the chain into and weld on the gate. And that's just time consuming. Something that may get done later, but for right now, you know, big bale twine's a wonderful thing. 500-pound knot strength. You tie this top and bottom to the post that's there in 2 spots, make 2 or 3 wraps around it, and tie that sucker tight. It ain't going anywhere. I mean, short of somebody running into it with a truck, it ain't gonna move. So that's the current plan. And yeah, I'm gonna go set it back there and hopefully get Ty to help me, and we'll take the bow gate back and set it in place. Hopefully get it all buttoned up. Yeah, everybody in here nice and calm and comfortable. She's a pincushion. 103.8 degree temp. She's got pneumonia. And I ain't going to screw around with it, so she just got 2 different antibiotics. Slap it and hopefully get it over with. And the cow outside, 722E, her bull calf, about 3 or 3.5 weeks old. He's got a hernia. I don't know where he's hiding. Oh, I know where he's hiding. He's right over there getting a drink. That's what he's doing. So, got to call into the vet. He's going to get opened up and sewed up. So, hey, what else you do on an 80+ degree day?
Which way are you going in with her?
Oh, and in case you couldn't tell, we had a little fun with the heifer calf.
Will she follow her calf? At least I have leather seats. Will she follow her calf?
She'll scrape that off. Would you follow your calf if you were her? You'd run like hell, I know.
That's what
Well, the panels and that bow gate are all back there waiting. I got to get the bull's water trough empty before I can get the hay rake out of there, and the hay rake has to be out of that barn before I can put those in place. I just got off skid steer and took a peek over here. Anybody see a problem here? Every now and then, we got one that just has to be stupid. Oh, hey, Wally. Oh, I think I hear what I've been waiting to hear, too. I gotta sneak through here. I do hear it. I do hear it. And they're just pulling the drill. They must be running, yeah, they're running the no-till drill. That's got coulters ahead of the openers. And I'm thinking that's not the new tractor. He just got a new one last year, but I think it's a tracked machine, I believe. Because he liked his red tracked ones. And he was going to get another red one. And, well, they just plain wanted too much. Hey, quit pulling. They wanted more than he wanted to pay, so he opted for a green one. Which he had a green one before anyway. Close that thing one more notch, maybe they can't get their head in there. I figured they were planting today. He sprayed yesterday, pre-emerge. And if I look up the side road, there's been dust up there all day, and he's got more ground up there. So, and there's still dust up there, so I'm guessing one of the other machines, he's got 3 drills. I'm guessing one of the others is running up there. Anyway, my day's done. Treating a 150+ pound calf with pneumonia, and bringing a little bugger in with a hernia. That'll be here about 10 o'clock in the morning to cut him open and hopefully sew everything up and make it stay. At least it's not a heifer. So they're over here, and since it's hot, there's the pile of tarps. Got the tarps out of here because I don't think we need them now. And he's laying right outside over there. One laying on in front of the one that's standing there. He's the one with the bad belly. So, anyway, she gets to be in here for a few days. He wants him to be on the non-active list for a few days after the fact. This is about the best place we got to put him. He can still go outside, but he can't run and play and get banged around. It just means those 2 orphans there and old Buffalo, it means they just have to be content with that pen and not coming over here. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you all had a good Thursday. Friday's going to be another mess of a day, but hopefully get something done. And it's been suggested a couple times this week that I go see if we can get that patch of ground where the disc is sitting done. And I'm thinking, it's got the whole hill drains right into it. Maybe get over part of it, but I don't know if we'll get over all of it. If tomorrow works out, I'll try to go do that because it's supposed to start raining Sunday. If I can get the disc over that tomorrow and move a bunch of stuff and I get to that far tote and get the drill hooked up, I can go plant it and be done with it. Oh, anyway, thanks for watching. And hey, if you haven't, go check out BCP Farming and Trucking. You know, he did a very nice thank you video today, and I really appreciated that.